Hi everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and today is Tuesday. No turnaround Tuesday this week. It's canceled. Sorry, gang. Yeah, I know. We were all looking for a nice little sell-off or a push higher to the 1131 target that everybody seems to have in mind, which I don't know if it's going to go there or not. Maybe it will. Seems too obvious to me. But as you can see in this chart here that Cobra's got up, um, he's got a rising wedge drawn in here, which they can rise up, and sometimes they give you false breakouts and then fall back, and that's rare. I mean, if you ever see a breakout like this, you got probably a 90% success rate of shorting it if you've seen a breakout. Now that's without it obviously going back here, and because obviously if it goes back here and hits first, bangs on this and works its way up, it wouldn't be breaking out if it went up to say 1131 or 1135 or somewhere in that area. So if it went down here tomorrow, then took 2 or 3 or 4 days and worked its way back up next week, it's very possible. We don't know when it's going to break. We know it's getting tired. But certainly when we go over here and we look at the monthly, again it turned up, but again you can't pay a lot of attention to this. It's only 2 days. They could easily just turn right back down. I don't foresee that's going to hold. It could, where it's like this right here. We had a nice big move up in July, and then a 2 days here of this pause action. It could possibly do one of these numbers here, like this here, up, and that was July, and then say this might be August. We could run up here. We could, it's possible, and then have a big down month in September. September's usually well, no, I don't think September's usually a bad month. It's October that's usually a bad month. So that's a possibility, or could look like this one. This one here, you've got a nice month up. Say that was like July, pretend, and this might be August. I don't think it's going to go up that high. I really don't. Certainly, I don't think it's going to close out that high. But we're still worried about this weekly chart. It is still pointing up. It is still not made even one bar above the zero. There's no rules that say it has to. It doesn't have to do that. As you can see, last week here, put in a spinning top right on the 50 moving average, around 1100, and right above it now we're banging on the 1119 is the moving average there, for the 20, the blue one. So, again, I said I thought it might come up here to the 50 and start to roll over, but that means we'd have another week or possibly 2 weeks before this thing could put in 1 or 2 little teeny little histogram towers and then roll over. It's nothing that says it can't roll over now, though. So this could be the end of it. If you counted the waves there, you could probably make 3 waves out of it, or 5 waves. Again, say there's your move, your wave 1 up, and then down would be that close. Up would be this close in a wave 3, 2 weeks of a wave 3, and then maybe that's it, or maybe this is the last week of the wave 3. So it's maybe an ABC move up, possibility, and then maybe it starts to go down this week, possible. Daily, still not getting any clues. You can see this daily is still screaming up higher, and it's because that weekly is supporting it and still pushing higher. No signs of rolling over yet. It is turning here. There's nothing to say that this is ready to go down. So you can see where the strength is right now. The strength is 59.80. It's not up at 66 where it's 2-to-1 buying versus selling. But you can see here we're trendless as the ADX line is buried here, and it's not really supporting either move. It's not supporting a sell-off or a rise in the market. When this thing finally does turn and push up, it's going to take one of these lines with it. So we don't know which one. I'm going to assume because it was up here, it was high, and the market was down low, and during this entire rise up, it fell in strength. So common sense would tell you that as it rises up and this falls in strength, the next time it goes back up in strength, it should take the opposite direction and push the market down. That would make the logical sense as to where it's going to go. So no clues really here on the daily really to stand out. The 60, I don't know if you really want to call this a bear or bull flag or not. Technically, the strongest bull flags is where you have like one big candle up, or maybe even two, but here you've got one, pause, two, so that could be a bull flag there. But the problem is it went over here and failed and didn't play out. It failed right here and fell back down, you see. So you can either say if this was a bull flag, it's already been fulfilled, or it's already been canceled out because of this move down. You can't even say it's been fulfilled here because, again, I think the way that they really count these bull flags or bear flags is one continuous move in one candle. So if it's on a 10-minute chart, it'd be one 10-minute candle, or a 60-minute chart, it'd be one 60-minute candle. In this case, it's the 15-minute chart, and it's 1, 2, 3 candles of move. So even if this was considered a bull flag, it went here, traded sideways, and boom, it popped up. There's your bull flag fulfilled and knocked back down. And if it tried again, then there it was again and failed again. So even if you consider this whole move a bull flag, it failed here. So I don't really see where you can call this move up and this whole sideways consolidation a bull flag on this 15. Now maybe here on the 60, which is, let's see here, where is our 60-minute chart? I was looking, okay, so here's the 60, and you see Ron Walker's also drawn this in here as his potential count. Very possible. It's certainly still a rising wedge, but as you can see here in the 60, it is 1, 2 bars up, sideways consolidation, pop up, failed move, so, and then fail in here. I can't call this a bull flag. I'm just not going to classify it as a bull flag at this point. So I'm thinking at this point, because the histogram towers are peaked and running out of steam, I'm pretty sure they're going to go down here below 0. I don't think they're going to go down this low like this one here. I think we're going to put in a small one here and make it a triple positive divergence, unfortunately. If it goes lower, then that changes everything. But as you can see, it's rolling over here. It's just starting to go down here on the full stochastic. So, well, that tells you that it could go pretty deep. If the full stochastics was all the way down to, say, here, if it already went down quite a bit, then that would kind of indicate that it might not be that low or that deep of a trough low. But at this point, it could be. It could be a nice big sell-off early in the morning, put in some low towers on heavy volume, bury this, and then let it recycle back up. And as it recycles back up, I expect it to put in a smaller tower if it sets up Thursday for a big down day, and which would be perfect for the jobs data. So that would mean possibly, since I don't think this is a bull flag, if so, it has failed, I think that we could possibly come down here, fill this little gap right here, or bang on this trend line. It depends on how you draw it, which would be about 1105 range, somewhere in there, and then try to move back higher into the afternoon. We could still close negative though. We could, but if it goes up here and gets overbought on this, then that would set the daily up to roll over, as well as Thursday being a big down day. So when you look at this again, you drop down. He's got this as a channel, but Depends on how you draw this, but easily filling that gap right there at 1105. Which would, again, bury this in the morning, and it should recycle back up in the morning. Now it looks like it's going to recycle back up here, but you can see it's still pointing down, and it could easily go down here in the morning, and because the 60's pushed it down, you see. So nothing to say it's ready to turn back up yet, because it's still got room to go below zero. So that's what makes me think that could happen. So that's just to give you an idea. So I think possibly down here, maybe back up halfway, or at least some tomorrow, and into the close, and then that would set us up for a nice down day on Thursday. So this is just guessing, because really it's kind of mixed on the charts, but hopefully this helps you out a little bit, guys. All right, that's it.